People always ask how I balance my family life with 400 shows a year. I'm just doing what I love with the people I love. It's my magic life.
I like Wes Iseli. I like everything about him.
All right. This week, it's just Natalie and me. We have, I don't know, we have a lot to recap. We did stuff after we got home from Vegas that we weren't able to tell you about because we were recapping Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
We've had illusion shows. We've had a little bit of everything. But let's recap your birthday. Let's talk about your birthday.
My birthday.
21 again.
Yeah. No, I turned 40. So we had a big old party and invited a bunch of people over to the house. Wes grilled hot dogs and hamburgers, and we had fruit and veggies, and we had cookies and cake and all sorts of junk.
I did good grilling. I was overwhelmed. I made 40 hamburgers. And by the time I made the second batch of 12, I forgot about the hot dogs. I had one batch of hot dogs done. And, you know, the grease fire from the real hamburgers instead of turkey burgers that we usually have just incinerated those hot dogs. I mean, it was just charcoal ash wieners is all it was. I was like, maybe I could scrape it off. And I took it inside and I'm like, no.
That's okay. That was before many people showed up, so.
And we had plenty of wieners. We had plenty left over.
Yeah, we had leftovers and everything, yeah. So it was fun. I appreciated everybody coming out and just chilling and having a good time, and it was a fun day. And Wes got me a Jenga drinking game. So it's Jenga, but some of the little wooden pieces are blank, and some of them have directions on who's supposed to drink or not drink or whatever.
Lose a turn. Person on your left takes a shot. You get to pick. You have to drink and choose someone else to drink. Everybody 4 has to drink. Yeah.
Make up something. So,
make up a rule.
Yeah. So it was fun. So we had a group of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of us play that. It was fun.
All right. So I don't know. Extra. This isn't Patreon extra. This is just extra.
Okay.
After the party, the following night, we decided to play the Jenga game and include Lana. So we have this wine cooler beer that's like 3% alcohol. It's nothing.
Barely anything in it. Yeah.
And Natalie, myself, and Willow had that.
Uh-huh.
And Lana just had soda. But she had to take a shot of soda. She
was the loser of the game. I mean, every time. It didn't matter whose turn it was. She's taking a drink.
So we had, I think it was 8-ounce cans. They're smaller cans.
Yeah.
And she went through like 5 of them in the game. And she got up in the middle of the table at one point and she said, I don't know, I might have to throw up. I don't know.
All
the carbonation. She just needed a burp. But my gosh, I was like, we're waterboarding her. This isn't good. It was hilarious at first, but then it was like,
you just start feeling bad for her.
Maybe it was too much. Maybe it's just sad.
And then she told me the next day. She was like, Mom, do you know how many times I had to get up in the middle of the night and go pee because I drank all that soda?
We were at a illusion show after this. This happened on like 15 days ago. So we were at an illusion show afterwards, and they had Fanta. They had the same drink, which we never have in the house. We had it for a party. And she said, Dad, I'm having flashbacks.
Yeah.
So that's good. That's good. We get her to know that you don't feel good if you chug that much soda. Imagine if it was alcohol.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, honey. Don't do it. So maybe that helps. Maybe it helps.
I don't know. Or we traumatized her. One of the two.
But you had a huge turnout, lots of people.
Yeah, I did. And it was a lot of fun.
And she made a little speech and she cried. Tell everybody your speech.
I don't know. I can't remember. I was just thanking everybody for showing up and how much I appreciated them. That if they knew anything about me, which they did, because, you know, if this had been me turning 40 a couple years ago, I never would have had a party. I would have been like just don't say anything. But after being in the hospital and having a couple close calls, I'm happy to be this side of the dirt. So we're going to celebrate it up. And I was happy to do it with the people who really took care of my family while I could not. They came to visit me. They kept Wes sane, talking to him on the phone. They came and visited my kids, brought them food, whatever they did. It was just, I felt like my community really showed up for me. So
Great. And she cried.
I did.
And it shocked everybody because they weren't expecting it. I think it just overwhelmed you just because it was from your heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, spur of the moment. Everybody's there. And it's just, thank you for coming and having fun with me. You know, it's just a number now. It doesn't matter.
So let me tell everybody the story of me shopping last minute for your party. Why don't we do that?
Okay. Oh, okay.
So I go out with Lana and we go to Sam's Club and I'm like, all right, well, I'll get a big cake because we're getting like 40, 50 people here. I'll get a big cake, make it blank. We don't need anything because Lana's a great artist.
She wanted to decorate.
I don't know how good of an artist she is with the
icing
stuff, but she's really good with pen and pencil.
Yeah.
But she likes the icing
She
stuff.
wanted to do it and that was fine with me. Go
She
for
wanted
it.
to do
I
it.
think it would have been overwhelming to have her bake the cake and ice it.
Oh,
just decorate
100%.
it. I think it's fine. So
I had shows, I had gigs, I had teaching magic classes, I had things I had to do. The party was on Saturday. And on Thursday, I'm like, well, I'll go pick up the cake or order the cake. It's Thursday. Maybe if I order it, I can do some shopping and come back a couple hours later, pick it up. I'll pick it up the next day. At worst case scenario, pick it up Saturday morning, bright and early before the party. I go back there, go to order the cake, and they don't have any on display. I just pick one up there. I just need a blank cake. And excuse me, sir. Guy in the bakery back there. Excuse me, sir. I need a big cake. 50 people. How do I order one? Well, I could take your order, but we won't even start on it until next Tuesday.
Wow.
What?
Been backed up.
So I'm freaking out at this point. I'm not happy. That kills me because I want this to be a good thing for Mom. I want to take care of Natalie. I'm like, oh my gosh, what do I do now? That's we don't have cake. We don't have cake for a party. So we go to get cookies. They have this big thing of cookies. It's like $25 for, I don't know, 50 cookies. And we put it in the cart. And Lana and I buy all the sodas. I buy a bunch of beer. And I get a variety of beer because I don't know who wants what. There's adults here. I have a beer. And Lana goes to rearrange the cart. I just pile. Natalie wants it all in order. So Lana's copying her mother. And when Lana goes to rearrange the cart, the whole thing of cookies just opens up. And it looked like she just did that. There was like 3 cookies left out of the 50. And these are the big cookies. Oh, no. What do I do now? And we have no cake. Now I got to buy cart cookies that are on the bottom. Who knows what's on the bottom of that cart? And then I go to find, what else was it? Oh, yeah. They didn't have vegetable trays and they didn't have fruit trays. And I got cart cookies. And at this point, I am taking it out on Lana. And then I called Natalie.
And I calmed you down. Sort of. Go ahead.
She calmed me down. And then I took Lana aside and said, look, I love your mom with all my heart. I didn't think I was waiting till the last minute. But now that I have nothing but sodas and cart cookies, I feel like I'm behind the 8 ball tremendously. Sorry. Natalie's like, just buy another thing of cookies.
Yeah. So, put those cookies back. They're all disheveled and it's open. No one's going to buy it.
Well, I told the guy. I gave it to the guy. And I told the guy, hey, sorry.
Yeah.
But I told Natalie, of all the times, usually you can't open those packs of cookies. We get them for our Halloween party every year.
Yeah.
Usually you can't pop this one. I don't know. Anyway, so I returned the cookies, told the guy, hey, had an accident. Stuff happens. And then get everything. I get chips, I get this, I get that, I get everything else. We go to Walmart, and Walmart has a cake. It's not super big, but it was big enough. So I'm like, all right, what kind of cake is it? It's the only one they have that's big enough. Everything else just little round cake. The sticker on it says white cake. Okay. So I call Natalie. I'm like, look, this is all they got. Will this work if she draws on this? Because it's got some flowers on the corner, but it's blank other than that.
I said it was fun.
Natalie's like, yeah, but I kind of want a chocolate cake.
And
Fine. And
But
and this isn't my real party. And I kind of wanted chocolate cake for my real party. I was going to save a piece for the big cake for my real birthday day.
Yeah.
Because she doesn't
So
have
can
cake.
I just have a little teeny tiny chocolate cake for my real birthday?
So I got her that big, huge white cake. Lana drew on it. And then I got her a 12-inch.
It was a smaller, yeah, but I could share it with everybody here.
Right, but got that cake.
Chocolate cake.
And then I bought you another one just like that for your birthday.
And I don't know why you bought 2 chocolate cakes. To this day, I don't understand.
Well, here's the thing that really drove me crazy.
One party cake, and then you just have a little chocolate cake before I get my chocolate cake.
So you could have chocolate cake on your birthday, and then on your real birthday, you could have the other one.
Oh goodness, this is too much. But anyway, that's okay.
Well, I take care of you. I love you, damn it. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
You were very sweet. It was a very sweet thought process.
Party happens. We take the cake on the back deck, sing happy birthday to Natalie. We cut it open. It's a freaking chocolate cake. They said white cake. That's the color of the cake. And they white icing.
White icing, but it was chocolate cake. I was like, look at that. You didn't have to buy either one of those chocolate cakes.
And we went to Kroger. Kroger had a vegetable tray. Kroger had a fruit tray.
Yeah.
We got a cake from Walmart. It was just.
It all worked out fine. You just started to panic.
Getting turned down.
Oh
my. Well, I was going one-stop shopping. I was going to go to Sam's Club and just get bulk everything.
Yeah. But that's okay. And it all worked out fine. And everybody came to the party. Nobody complained about any of the food, drinks, or cake. All was good. Oh, he even got ice cream and then never took it out of the party.
Dude, I got 10 pounds of ice cream.
Yeah. Got 2 gallons. 2 gallons.
Was it a gallon?
Yeah, it was each one was a gallon. Lana was fine with that. She was like, yeah, because she gets to have all that ice cream.
I forgot.
So, but anyway.
I had to cook all the food. I had to serve all the cake. I tried to get everybody's drink. And then she wanted to do, and people tried to leave before they cut the cake. And then once one person goes, everybody starts running. Yeah. It's just the way it happens.
You know, we were in the middle of a drinking game. Somebody said we gotta go. I was like, oh, just give us 5 minutes. Once we're done with this game, we're gonna do cake. And I would love for you to be here for the cake.
And we only did one episode of Jenga. We only played it once.
Yeah. But I don't know. Maybe we waited. I don't know.
Anyway, it was a great day.
That was an older couple though that wanted to.
It was fun.
Head home.
Another thing.
They stayed for cake.
Anything else you got to say for your birthday?
No, I had a good birthday. It was a good birthday party, and then I had my actual birthday. I just relaxed.
Oh, she had like 3 or 4 days. She was like, "It's my birthday weekend. It's my birthday day. It's my birthday."
It was my birthday party day. Then there was Sunday, and then there was my birthday. And I totally relaxed on my birthday. We did no school. I did no work. I sat on the back deck and let the boys play outside, and I just read my book, and I had a good time. I had a nice, relaxing day. And darn it, I'm allowed a birthday weekend. If he's allowed a birthday month.
I don't have a birthday month.
Oh, please. November rolls around November 1st. It's my birthday month. It's my birthday month.
I'm going to have a birthday month this year because you're telling me I always have one. So I'm going to cash in on it.
You say it every year.
All right. So
I can have a birthday weekend.
I have a page of notes here to go over because it's been 3 weeks since I talked to you guys. Since we're talking about being outside with school and everything, tell everybody about the boys.
It's been so nice. It's been really nice weather recently. So for like the past 2 weeks, I think, once I get my office work done at the computer, I just get the boys dressed and we go out and hang outside for the rest of the day until it's time for their quiet time. And so Lana and I have been doing school outside for a while. We were doing it up on the deck, but then the sun shines real bright. So we moved a table to the yard in the shade.
Since all the leaves have come full out, I thought that was going to provide more shade.
It does. It's shadier longer, but by the time we're in the middle of school, the sun has moved to where it's no longer shade on the deck.
It's right between the tree and the house.
So we go under the trees over near the swing set. So
no, I like your little setup.
Yeah.
You took our little white table out there and the 4 chairs.
Yeah.
And the boys joined them.
Yeah, they like to join every once in a while. They come and sit in, especially if Lana brings her lunch out. If she has a little serving bag of chips, she does not get to eat them all. she might get to eat a quarter of them and the boys get the rest.
So I'm having breathing issues and I'm a little congested if I sound funny.
Allergies.
But I was mowing the trails and working on the trails and raking the trails the day I was out there for 4 hours at least. And I went out there I got some bottled water and I have my little snack. At one point I took a break and they thought I was eating chips and it wasn't. Mine was something different. I wasn't having chips though.
Right, yeah.
And I want some of your food. You can't have mine. So I went in there and got them each a bag of chips. And they went and sat at the table with Natalie and Lana, watching them do school, and they were just eating chips.
Yeah, sitting all prim and proper in their little chairs and just eating their bag of chips.
How often do they sit with you guys, though, and hang out with you?
They will come out, yeah. So they'll, right when we first start, they'll sit there, and then they'll talk to each other, and then they'll be done, and they'll go up and play. And one kid will come up and sit in a chair every once in a while, and then go. Sometimes they'll want to sit in my lap while I'm reading and then go. It's just off and on.
Does Lana ever read to you anymore?
No. We read a book together. So I'm reading it to her. We do history. We do English, what do you call it? I mean, it's English. It's where you're learning the grammar and stuff. We do science, some Bible stuff. And so that's what we do together. Did I say science? Science. Anyway, we do that together. And then she has separate books that she reads on her own each day. And then I ask her questions about it the next day to make sure she comprehended well. But I have the answers, so I don't have to read those books.
I was just going to say, if she had to read to you, that the boys might enjoy sitting in and reading.
She used to have to read to me.
Yeah. Well,
but now she can read on her own. She's old enough to take it and read it on her own.
So
it takes up less of my time.
While you're on the subject of the boys and being outside and everything, potty training, they're 3.5, identical twin boys.
All I can say is we're trying. It's
Have you Googled what the average is for twin boys?
Each boy.
Have you Googled it?
It varies. Yeah, you can look it up and they're like, each kid is different. I think each boy probably pees in the potty between 2 to 4 times a day. Closer to 2 times, but every once in a while you'll get a 4-timer in a day and you're like, oh my gosh, they're hitting it. And then the next day, nothing. So.
And you're putting them on every half hour.
I'm trying. Every half hour, 45 minutes. I'm trying. And I was told that it was a good idea to bare bottom them. Just let them run around with naked bottoms. Indoors, just run around. They won't poop on the floor. No. They will hold it before they poop on the floor. No, they won't.
My carpet will never be the same. It'll never be the same.
I think after 2 days of that, Wes was like, no more. We have those thick training underwear. They don't care. Pee right through them. So I have pull-ups and I put them in pull-ups and I try them every half hour. I have no hope for number 2 at this point. There's no desire to do that in the potty. They get very excited though, and they point it out when they do pee, and we get real excited. And yay!
And they cheer for each other.
Yeah, they cheer for each other, and you want to pee on the potty? You peed in the potty, yay! And but for some reason, they're still going in their pull-ups between tries. But I can't. I have businesses to run, school to teach, dinner to cook, a house to clean, husband to take care of.
I need help.
I can't do the I'm on top of you 24/7 thing, where some people are like, you just hawk your kids for days.
How about the parents that say you just watch them when they get a twinkle in their eye, they're pooping? How can you watch your kid 24? Even when you're outside and they were bare bottom.
I had no idea when they peed or pooed.
Because they were running around in the backyard. Yeah, we have 5 acres they're playing on. We can see them.
They're going, and I'm still off their potty. Hey, you want to sit on the potty? And they're like, no, why? I just peed in bushes. I mean,
I guess maybe they peed while they were running. Who knows what they were doing?
Who knows? I mean, they never came up all messy or anything, but Now, and here's the thing. When we were beer bottling and they were inside because it was cold when we started, I would offer them to potty every 30 minutes. But there would be pee on the floor. I could be in there watching them, like keeping an eye out, every 2 seconds, looking back there to see if anybody's doing anything. I was very paranoid because I was sick of cleaning up pee.
They're tag teaming us.
In the 2 seconds I didn't look, there's pee on the floor. And they go, look.
Well, they tag team you. Julian will talk to you while Lex pees over here.
Right. I only caught one of them once because it was Julian. He was standing on the couch.
Rainbowing it.
It hit one of those magnetic, building blocks. So I heard because it was hitting the plastic. And I turned, I said, oh, we got to put that in the potty. And he stopped when he looked at me. So I picked him up and put it in the potty. And then I had to clean up all the pee. But at that point, all of it was out. I mean, he'd already peed everything.
When they were 2 last summer, somebody said, well, you need to go outside and pee in the bushes, Wes, and let them watch you. They came up to me and they were fascinated and they went to grab it. And I'm sitting there, I'm running with it. This ain't working. They can't grab it.
But anyway,
that's funny.
We are trying. We are trying. They will get it eventually. I hope.
Let's get back to show business. That's enough potty training.
All right.
We got new banners. Tell everybody about our new banners.
You tell everybody.
So we have banners on the side of our show, and the one that I have now we've been using since 2014. That picture was of me from 2014, 10 years ago, but it was sentimental. A friend of mine, Ron Schneider, took that picture. He put it through a filter that made it look like an oil painting. It was just awesome. It meant the world to me because Ron took it, and he was a professional photographer as well as a magician, and I love the guy.
But kids are brutally honest.
Kids are honest, and they're like, "Who's that dude?" Because it doesn't look you. And now with me being bald,
that gets pointed out too.
Adults, we did a winery 2 weekends ago, and the adult came up to me. I was waiting on my kid to say, "Who is that guy?" Because I don't look like you at all. I mean, that guy has hair. Yeah, my wife almost died, man, and I shaved my head because I was freaking out. Is that what you want to hear? But I think that's what I told him.
I have no idea. I don't remember. I must have been doing it.
But it's like, yeah. I mean,
yeah.
I was so stressed out. I shaved my head, and I was like, you know what? Screw it. I don't have to worry about that ever again.
Yeah.
Hair is not an issue, and I'm okay. My wife's taller than me, but you know what? I'm secure in my masculinity. Look, I'm secure in my baldness. That is shocking when I take the hat off, though.
Funny.
Right. So anyway.
Nice new banners. And I'm on the banner this time. My picture's on the banner.
So it's a picture of us behind the scenes at a illusion show. Like you can see the curtain open behind us, but you can't really see the audience or anything.
Yeah.
And my bald head is shining and the spotlights are hitting the back of my bald head. You can see the spotlights. So that's our new banners. We'll be breaking them out at our next show.
Yep.
Just got them in the mail today. Just put them on. I said, Lana, what do you think? I'm used to the old ones. Does that help?
I was like, okay, you're used to the old ones, but how do you like the new ones?
I'm used to the old ones. Thanks, honey.
Oh, well, it's okay. But and yet she'd be the first person to tell you, you need a picture because now you're bald.
Oh, that when I placed the order, she said, you need something because you're bald now. You need to change something up.
That's a 12-year-old for you, honey.
So talk about the 12-year-old. Tell everybody about what she does in the show.
Oh, she's been doing the same thing for years. So she's been saying abracadabra and changing producing a dove, saying abracadabra, changing a dove into a bunny. She's done a couple behind the scenes things.
She does better, more mature things behind the scenes that no one sees.
Right.
Which is awesome. And I'm very proud of her for that. But what people see that I can pat her in the back publicly about
is nothing. Really.
She could have done when she was 5. And
she did.
She did a lot of it when she was 5.
So now Wes is coming up with a new trick for her, and it incorporates her artistic abilities, which I think is nice. I think it was a great idea.
I'm working on it. Yeah. I'm working on it.
So, and it's going to be her. So if it
Yeah, but Dad still has to talk her through it. She's going to be teller, and Wes is going to be pen.
Yeah, she doesn't want to talk on stage, which fine, whatever. But she's still got to get it right. So, which I think she will.
Should be fun.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it's
moving up.
It's an artistic magic trick. So that means I'm bringing back my other artistic magic trick back in the show, probably to pigeonhole into it.
You don't think that's too much?
You think it is? Okay. I don't know. I was thinking we had to go 1, 2. No.
I don't know, because you're doing. We'll talk about
too much art. Too much art.
I think so, and it's a. You're figuring out which one is which, and then she's figuring out which one they're thinking of. It's
2 different ways of doing a similar type reveal.
That's why I'm thinking.
All right.
I think you can just go straight.
So we're working on a new thing for Lana. We're trying.
Yes.
I also want her to be proud of herself. Yeah. We said when she was a baby, we don't want a frumpy teen on stage. Mm-hmm. When we asked her, okay, Lana, what do you want to do? What do you want to work on? What can we do to incorporate you in the show? I was thinking about that today, working on the trails. So we've incorporated me juggling, which is a skill I have. Ooh, I can juggle 3 balls. I'm not a juggler. I can juggle 3 balls. But show everybody different things that you can do. Not everybody can do that, so put it in the show.
Okay.
Natalie was in the orchestra, first chair in college. She's a fancy orchestra person. She can play the violin.
I can play the fiddle. Yes,
but we put that in the show for a season.
Yeah.
And then it was like, well, this is my grandpa's fiddle or violin, and temperature differences, and we just couldn't control it the way we wanted to. And she really wanted to take care of her violin, and we were afraid we were going to damage it. Taking it on the road with us for
as much as
400 shows a year is different than a run of 13 shows.
Right. And having to leave it in the car for long periods. Yeah. That's not good. In extreme weather.
Right.
You know.
So anyway, I'm trying to incorporate Lana's talents. It makes her different. It makes her unique. It's introducing her to the audience as well.
Yeah, I think it'll be. Yeah.
Anyway, all right. So that's that. Let's see. So we did an illusion show for our old babysitter that took care of Lana, Caitlin. If you watched our old Magiclife videos, she was in quite a few of them. She went on vacation with us. Mm-hmm. She was first. There was my Uncle Freddie, who would just come to big shows, and then we had Caitlin for a while. And Caitlin's sister helped a couple.
Yeah, she just came to big shows as well, because I mean, with one kid, I didn't need somebody for the smaller shows. It's much different when you have 2. But yeah, with one for the small shows where there were no illusions, we didn't bring a babysitter with us. But if there was even a single illusion in the show, and there was a split second that neither Wes nor I could see Lana, we needed somebody to be watching our baby. So that is where Caitlin came in.
So one thing we need to work on, and I'm saying it publicly, is the end of our show at our final bow. You need to get them there. But it is a split timing thing. Because if they're there a minute too long, I can hear them and they're already a distraction.
Right.
It takes away from Lana doing the final trick. And then
if you're late, you're like, oh, they're coming.
Dude, if they're 30 seconds late, it feels like eternity, because we're just stopping looking at the back of the room.
I don't think it's ever been 30 seconds. But
at that arcade, it was.
It might feel like it.
It was a good 3 minutes.
It was not 3 minutes. If it was 3, it didn't take me 3 minutes to get the door and back. It was not 3 minutes. It just felt like it because you were standing in front of people staring at you. But what I'm saying is, I try and send I'd send Willow a text, or I go and get her. And I try and time it so that we get there in plenty of time. But it's hard to judge. Every single place we're at, there's a different amount of space between us and the boys. So there's not like, okay, there's 2 minutes left of the show. Text sent. She'll be here in exactly 1 minute and 50 seconds. If we could time it like that, that would be wonderful. Unfortunately, sometimes she's down the hall and she's right there. Sometimes she's down the hall around the corner and in a room. Sometimes she's outside the building and just hanging out in the RV with the boys.
Sometimes she's outside the building
And
in the
across the
RV
parking lot.
across a parking lot.
Yeah, which is what she was for that arcade. It's hard. It's not an easy thing to figure out when to tell her, hey, come on, let's go. I try and give her too much time so that if somebody's kicked off a shoe or something, she has time to flip a shoe back on and come on. But then if I've given her too much time and everybody's already ready to go, and then she just go, okay, let's go. And then she's back there waiting. And there's no perfect situation. I'm sorry to tell you.
It's crazy. It's crazy that every show is different, and you'd be like, it wouldn't be, but it is.
Yeah.
That arcade we did was a 16-year-old birthday party. She rented out the arcade, and they had a party room, and we had all of her friends there. And it's a homeschool friend of Lana's who takes magic lessons from me at the homeschool group.
Mm-hmm.
Really sweet little girl, and it was awesome. It was a great show, but yeah, I finished the show. I'm like, all right, if we're going to do a family bow, we got to do it right. Hold on, they're coming.
That one may have been 30 seconds, but
they're coming. I walked to the door, and I look down the hall. I don't see you. I come back in the room. I say, they're coming.
The party room is in the back of the place. You have to go all the way out past all the arcades, through this little sitting room, around the corner, out past the front desk, and there's the door. I told her I'd meet her at the door. Nobody told me, hey, I showed Willow how to get back to the party room. So I told her I'll meet you at the front door. I sent her a text saying, hey, come on. She thought she had more time. So by the time I got to the front door, they're not even to the front door yet. I'm going, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Then you're going through a crowd. It's Saturday. It's busy. Excuse me, excuse me, excuse me. And you know Julian, he's all nice, going past people going, hi, hi. And I'm having to go, I'm sorry. Personal bubble, Julian. I'm sorry. Hi. You have no idea what I go through.
It was 3 minutes. I'm telling you, it had to be 3 minutes.
It
was brutal. For me, it was brutal because we're just waiting to take a bow, and then the payoff is
they're cute.
Bow, blow, kiss. Now go to the babysitter.
Well,
that's the blow off. That's it. That's all they do.
Good thing you don't do it. It's way cuter when Julian does it.
Well,
so it was worth the wait. But I'm telling you, it was not 3 minutes. That's a really long time. You want to sit here for 3 minutes and show people how long 3 minutes is?
No, I did it already.
Exactly. You know you didn't.
So we did. So at Caitlin's show,
yeah,
we were in a gymnasium. The principal gave her every obstacle. We don't want to promote it to the public, although it's a school fundraiser, because we don't want to oversell it. We don't want to sell out. Then they don't sell enough tickets, and
now
that's a bad thing. Now you can promote it 2 days out.
Right.
Now you're behind the 8 ball, right? And then, all right, when we get to the show, it's not going to be on stage because we didn't feel like cleaning the stage. You're just going to be in the gymnasium floor. But now we have to put out 300 chairs. We don't have that many chairs. You guys didn't think about this? You told me I could sell 400 tickets. We only sold 300. Now what? So now they're trying to grab chairs from different classrooms and empty out everything from the lunchroom. It was it was crazy.
But yeah.
But we're at one end of the basketball court. They're at the other end of the gymnasium, down the hallway, up the hallway, and in the music room.
It was closest room to the gym.
But it was completely up a ramp. It was another 100 feet away.
Okay, but it was the closest room.
But I'll put a video on the Facebook group. Podcast Extra.
Well, we got there in time.
What do I do? What do I do?
Yeah.
Put that on the Patreon.
That'll be the Patreon Extra. Yeah.
Dude, if you got Patreon, check it out. I'll put it on Patreon.
Okay.
But it'll be in a Magiclife episode someday. But they're the boys. It's a music room. They are going crazy with the African drums, and both of them playing it together, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
And then they walk over there. They don't know that they're supposed to the xylophone. They don't know that they're supposed to use a little hammer, a little drum.
They're just tickling them.
They're tickling them with their nails. They figured out their nails made the sounds, and they're going up and down. But then somebody's constantly African drumming, and I'm like, Willow, have fun. But I think they like that room.
Yeah, I think so too.
Every show's different.
Yeah.
That was a big old room, but sometimes they just sit in the RV.
Yeah, but we have lots of toys and DVD player and everything else, and if
And we'll
they're
open the RV.
Yeah, if they're sitting somewhere where we can extend the RV, we'll open it up so they have more room. But they don't mind. You know, Willow doesn't seem to mind. It's all in where we can fit. So, yeah.
I think she understands at this point.
Yeah.
We did a family show this weekend on Sunday, and we were just in someone's living room.
Yeah,
and we were like, hey, I don't know what to do to the boys. It's a pretty day. Just sit outside.
Because we couldn't bring the RV because there was no parking for the RV. It was a neighborhood, and there's just no, it's one of those neighborhoods where the houses, regular neighborhood houses, are right next to each other, and so there's not like there's a long stretch of road we can just pull over with the RV and trailer. So we moved everything over to your van, and then he drove that, and the rest of us were in my car. So there was no staying in the RV, but they had a nice little front yard, and they just hung out in the front yard for the show. And it was a nice day. So,
big old shade tree.
And it wasn't too hot.
And they had toys and iPads.
Yeah. It was a perfect day to do it. So.
But every show is different.
Yeah.
But anything else you have to say about Caitlin's show before we move on?
No, it ended up being a really great show. Even if we were on the gym floor, which we were kind of dreading, we weren't sure how well that would go over.
Because there's no stage.
Yeah, you're not lifted up high so people in the back can see or whatever. But I mean, they moved their chairs around and figured it out. And
back of the room sales was great.
Yeah, we sold magic, and people really liked that, so that was good. It was a good show.
It was good.
Good audience. They had a lot of fun. Yeah. So we were just a little panicky beforehand because the ticket sales were really slow, but they ended up being all right in the end. And we weren't, like I said, we weren't sure about being down on the gym floor, not having a stage, but it was fine. It all worked out fine. So. Well,
the other thing was we did a church show the following day, and they just wanted one illusion in that show.
They had an amazing stage.
It was great.
Yeah.
It was really beautiful.
Yeah.
And a big open room to do it in.
Yeah.
And I got a new sound system recently, probably the past 3 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah.
And got that all plugged in, and I'm still learning it, still playing with it. And everything worked great. Everything went great. But I ran one of the speakers behind the Metamorphosis on that side of the stage, and it was right behind it.
Wow.
So if you know what Metamorphosis is, it's she locks me in a box. I'm in handcuffs in a bag. She ties the bag up. She stands on top of the trunk, lifts up the curtain, 1, 2, 3, throws the curtain in the air. I catch the curtain. Now she's in the trunk, in the bag, in the handcuffs. It's all locked up. As we're passing each other doing the trick, I tell her something got stuck. I don't want to reveal anything, but boy, I had a really hard time there. I'm coming. And she just heard that loud music and thought I said, Go.
Yeah.
Like, I was having a conversation with you.
A lot of times that's what you say. You'll say, go.
That's all I say. That's all I say normally.
I could not understand him. It sounded like he was longer than go, but I couldn't hear you. And you were about in the right spot. Not quite, but I was like, I guess he's okay. And I went, and
we
almost
I think we hit each other. I think we hit each other in passing. And metamorphosize it and melt it through each other, because that's how the trick works, right? Yep. We melt through each other.
That's right.
And
we almost didn't melt through each other. I almost went off the front of the box.
I don't know how you didn't go off the front of the box. Amazing.
Thank you.
I give you props.
Thank you. I'm that good.
And
it was scary though.
I'm untying it. I'm untying
my stomach was in my throat. My stomach got.
I'm undoing. We have 4 padlocks on ours. Take the lid off, undo the knot, reveal her, and then I'm undoing the handcuffs, and I'm looking at her like, man, that was a cluster. She said, I know, I almost fell off the box. And we looked at the audience, and they stood up clapping.
Oh, they were thrilled, and we got so many compliments about the illusion. That was just amazing. I don't know how you did it. That was, oh my gosh, that was my favorite trick of the whole show. how did you guys? That one was awesome.
Thank
And
God
I'm
for the
going-
curtain.
I'm going, really? Like, that's
Thank God
the
for the
worst.
curtain.
We've done that trick in years.
Thank God for the
Thank
curtain.
God for the curtain. Yep.
So
that's-
on Patreon, I do have a video of us.
yeah.
She
Rehearsing.
throws the curtain. She throws the curtain in the air, and I catch it, and I just go back. And there's no stopping it because I'm holding the curtain.
And you just go.
I don't know
backwards.
why I don't drop the curtain and try to catch myself.
I don't. Maybe you were just in shock. I don't know. But the curtain and you go back.
And I
I'm
land
stuck
on a
in the
chair
box.
behind me. She can't save me. Lana is a year and a half.
She's not even. She's in a baby swing on the deck. And she's just in the shade in a baby swing on the deck. And I'm just in the box going, you okay? Are you okay, Wes? Like, I heard a big boom. I know. Probably a curse came out too.
I got
don't
the
know.
wind knocked out of me.
Yeah.
It was bad. It was bad. But that's on Patreon. So if you're a Patreon person, look up that video and you can laugh at us. Because I'm not putting that out publicly. You got to pay $1 for that. I mean, come on.
But it is kind of funny.
But I got to put that out there. I mean, we're not
It's
perfect.
rehearsal. We had never performed it before. It was like the first day we were trying and working on it. And yeah.
That was the first time I ever got dehydrated.
Oh yeah.
I had an awful migraine and I was
hot.
sick as a dog. We were outside on the back deck in direct sunlight working on that thing for hours.
Yeah. Yeah.
So anyway.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's that and that. Couple of commercials for you guys real quick. WesIsley.com, I updated it today and I said, hey, look, we have 400 shows a year. You know, I had dates on my website from January. We're now almost in April. No, we're almost in May.
Tomorrow's May, yeah.
But I had January, February, March, and then just public shows for April, and I never updated it. But I had public shows on there.
You might not have had all the public shows on there though.
It's hard.
Yeah.
She books 6 a day, and it's like, all right, I'm teaching magic classes, or it's just been a crazy day in the office. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. She's doing. And we cross paths in the office. I'm in the office all day, but she's in the office while I'm in the
It's hard
gym.
to
And
find time to do it.
so anyway,
Yeah.
I think I'm just going to put public shows on the website from now on.
Okay.
It doesn't look as good. It doesn't look like we're working nearly as much.
Well, you can.
But I don't
you
think
can,
I have anything to prove.
No. And
I don't need to.
and you can specify that on there too.
I
Wes
did.
Isley's public show schedule.
I said
Private shows not included.
no. I think on the update, I'll have you look at it. But I think it says something like, because we do 400 shows a year, it's overwhelming trying to update all the shows.
Yeah.
And why? Why do you need to know that I'm in Richmond on Monday and Charlottesville on Tuesday and Alexandria on Thursday if they're private shows?
You don't. Who cares? Yeah. Because I mean,
Right.
you can, even if you saw that on the thing and you wanted to show that day, you can still call and be like, hey, what time could you make it to me?
Right.
Because we can do more than one show in a day. So
So anyway, the ones that are on there right now, public shows, we only have 2 public coming up that I know of, unless you want to tell me more.
I'm sure we have more.
Well, give me
Just
more.
gotta look it up. You know what you can do? You have 2 screens. Pull up your Google Calendar from your Gmail, and all the public shows are red, and you can just put it on.
Show me how. I don't know. That's
on
you.
the thing, because that has.
So our
that has
publicist has access to
the
that. Natalie
location.
has access to that, but I never look. Natalie tells me my schedule. I never look. I don't want to be overwhelmed.
the dots at the top corner. You just click it. One of them is your Google Calendar. You click that, and you look.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Well,
it's easy. You can do it.
but we have Smoke and Mirrors Theater. This is a place.
Bucket list place, right?
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah. I mean,
Both of these are just Smoke and Mirrors was a bucket list, and this one was just offered, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah. So the Smoke and Mirrors thing, Danny Archer and another guy, Marty. I don't know Marty's last name, and I don't know Marty that well. I've only seen Marty in passing. But Danny Archer invented magic tricks, had products on the market. I know Danny from Magic Conventions. I've known Danny's work longer than I've known Natalie. Right? And he and this Marty guy, I don't know Marty's last name, opened up Smoke and Mirrors Theater. which is like a Magic Castle type showroom, 50 seats, something like that. But it's like maybe 25 in bottom, 15, and then another whatever.
It's intimate.
It's very intimate, and it's a small room. We're not going to do illusions. We're not going to do anything big.
You can seriously, he was like, you can seriously do close-up magic for the whole place.
Yeah, but it's a cool place to go.
And
It's
you don't
owned
need,
by-
like, you don't have to put it up on a projector. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Everybody can see the close-up magic. That's how intimate it is.
But it's owned by magicians. It's run by magicians. Lots of magicians perform there. And I'm like, you know what, Natalie, before our busy season kicks in, let me see if I can get a date. Let me see if they have a date open. Are we going to lose money on gas getting there and getting home? Probably. Do I want to do it? Yeah. It's just one of those.
It'll make for good memories. It'll check something off your bucket list. And we'll have episodes of Magiclife.
Because it's all the way in Pennsylvania. So if you guys want to come see me, if you're from Pennsylvania, check it out. Come out and see it.
What town in Pennsylvania is it?
Oh, I don't know.
Pennsylvania's big.
Yeah, but you're asking me.
Okay,
I have to
sorry.
Google. No, I have to
look
Google.
it up later. You can tell.
I'm going to go to
me.
wesisley.com right now and find that answer out for you.
I'm just saying, Pennsylvania is big. So if they're in one corner of Pennsylvania and they want to see the show and it's in the other corner of Pennsylvania.
I'm from Virginia. You know how
It
much
might
my
be-
drive is? I think my drive's longer.
Okay, but
I'm going.
that's great. We're used to travel. Other people are not. So
Huntingdon Valley.
Huntingdon Valley. Huntington or Huntingdon?
D-O-N, as in
Oh.
dog.
I wonder where
Does
in
that answer your
Pennsylvania
question?
that is. No. Well,
Okay.
yeah. I said, what town is it in? And then if you're in Pennsylvania and you know where Huntingdon is,
There you
you
go.
want to come out. Come
And
out.
that is the 11th.
Smoke and Mirrors.
We're
Smoke
doing
and Mirrors?
yes,
With the S?
yes.
Smoke and Mirrors
Smoke and
Theater.
Mirrors Theater.
Yep.
So
That'll be fun. We're doing 2 shows there, right?
we're doing a 1:00 family show and a 7:00 adult only, but I
only.
think kids are allowed to come. I don't know.
I think he said like 13 or 14 and above.
14 and
like that.
above or
But
something,
usually they're not.
Yeah.
It's just adults. So
Well, they want a family show and
right.
and let's see. And none of ours are risque or over the top, so I don't know.
No.
I mean, we'll change the show up,
Nothing
but
blue.
it's not going to be crazy blue.
Right.
I'm not holyshitjim.com. I'm not Jim Spinato.
No.
Also May 14th, which I love Jim. It's not a thing on Jim.
No.
It works for Jim.
He has a great show.
I
It's
can't-
just not your style.
I can't do it.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
It's
It would
okay.
just feel so fake. And May 14th, we're at Green Mount Dinner Show.
And that's in
Hampstead, Maryland.
Hampstead, Maryland. Oh, I have to tell. I wonder how close that is to one of my health coach friends.
Well,
See if they
tell
can
them to come out.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's a dinner show. So the Hampstead, Maryland one is a dinner show. If you go to wesisley.com, the only 2 that are on there right now, until she tells me how to do the Google thing, they have links to the websites. So you go on there, it tells you the date and everything. And if you click on the name of the Smoke and Mirrors Theater, it takes you to buy tickets to my show.
Is the one in Maryland, is that an intimate one too? I can't remember. Because I feel like we booked these right next to each other and I'm getting it all meshed together.
I'm getting a mesh together too, also. But once again, we can't do illusions.
Okay. That's what I wanted to know.
But I don't know how big the room is. I don't know.
You don't know how big the audience can be.
It might hold 50 people, might hold 75 people, but now you got to think people are eating at round tables, which takes up even
So
more
probably
room.
not. So probably not close-up magic there then.
Probably not.
Yeah.
I would think not.
Okay. Just curious.
Anyway, so if you're in those areas watching us, we have people from 53 different countries listening and watching. So why not people in Maryland and Pennsylvania?
Yeah.
That's easy.
Come on in. Have a good time.
We get home from
Buy tickets so that we can pay for gas going there.
sell that thing out. Sell the thing out. We might be able to afford to go home.
Yeah.
We got 6 people to feed on the road.
Right.
To and
Yeah.
from.
Come on, buy tickets.
Um,
Just so we break even, you know?
Some of these shows, sometimes
It's for the fun of it.
we do so many shows. Yeah, I get to see my friends. I will never get to see, this is why I booked it. I will never get to see and experience Smoke and Mirrors Theater unless I'm hired to work it. Because I'm not going to drive all the way to Pennsylvania to see.
You'd have to book a vacation, right? It would have to be our vacation year, and we prefer the beach.
I like Cancun a whole bunch.
Me too.
Um,
I'm kind of disappointed in the year that we're gonna have to go to Disney because I won't get my beach. Maybe we could take a day and go to a beach in Florida.
Yeah, alligators.
Just so I get my go to
Sharks.
the ocean.
Sharks are really bad in Florida right now. Have you heard? Have you heard? Like
well,
the,
at least
the
I
mating,
can I just stand on the beach,
sharks are really bad.
dip my toes.
That's where they get you.
Right, and they don't come up to the beach. I have to go in the water. Just I need my fix.
Yeah, you get
I'm a beach addict. I need my fix. Even when we'll just have to take. I'm sorry, we're just gonna have to take 2 vacations Disney year. That's it, because we'll be able to afford it after Disney.
We'll get home. We got home from Las Vegas. We're running out of time. We have 10 minutes left, and I have 3 more stories for you.
Okay.
We got home from Las Vegas. We're wrapping it up. We're still in a high from Penn and Teller giving her away and our renewing our vows. I'm still on a high from that. So awesome. And we send Willow out to the grocery store to get groceries.
We've done it dozens of times since she got her license. Wes has been like, "Hey, you want to go pick up animal food for us at Tractor Supply? Hey, you want to go? Can you go just pick up the grocery? It's a grocery pickup. She didn't have to go shopping for them. She just has to pull in the spot, call them, they load the car, she comes home." She didn't make it home with my car intact this time.
Pulling into the spot was the hard part. She turns into the Walmart parking lot, and I don't know what she was doing. I don't know. I witnessed how bad this was, but she just ran into a parked car. She says he was sticking out of the lane. You should have seen it. I don't understand what happened. I don't know what happened. She says she wasn't on her phone. She said she was doing everything right. She heard a noise, and she kept driving.
I think she probably freaked out. I mean, she just turned 20, but she just got her license. What? Not even a year ago. So
she kept driving.
She probably heard the noise and freaked out and might have hit the gas instead of the brake. Possibly.
So she peeled that guy's bumper off and tore ours. Ours was dragging the ground.
There was no way she could get home. It wasn't just a little tap. It was.
She peeled both bumpers off.
We weren't sure if my car was going to be fixable.
So she calls
the passenger door couldn't open. It was bent. The side with the. It was bent. You couldn't open.
She called my father-in-law first and told him, and he's like, "Well, you got to call Wes."
Yeah.
And she called and she said,
"She should have called my phone."
She said, "I effed up," and I said, "What, Natalie? Yeah. Take it! I can't do it. I can't handle this. I don't want to hear it."
He was sitting there. He goes, "What? Oh no! Oh no! Talk to Natalie. Natalie."
I don't know what happened.
Willow,
I don't know what happened. She was dead. I don't know what she did.
Willow, what happened? I mean, she's in tears. I said, "Okay, first off, are you okay?" She was fine. That would be your first question to ask: are you okay?
My question was,
she was freaking out.
Where are you at, Natalie? You deal with this.
She didn't want to go. She did not want to get out of the car. She did not. But the guy was shopping in Walmart. Luckily, was it Walmart workers?
It wasn't luckily. It wasn't luckily. It was everybody in Walmart sticking their head out the door to say, "Holy crap, she ran into a parked car."
And she just sat there. Somebody came up and, was asking her if she's okay, and she's boo-hooing, and so they called a policeman, and they got people to make an announcement in Walmart to get the guy to come out to the car. Well, the policeman came and, did the switching the information, because Willow didn't want to get out. She didn't want to get out of her car and talk to anybody. So she gave the information to the police officer, and the guy that she hit was actually a police officer.
And she said, "I can't believe I hit a cop." I said, "That's the best thing to hit. He's not gonna beat you up. He's not gonna yell at you. He's not gonna do anything."
He was very nice.
But here's the thing: it was a really nice truck. He parked it at the end of the parking lot, so nobody ran into it. Nobody parked next to it. Shopping carts didn't get near it.
So she's furthest away from the store?
Dude, look, this is the parking lot.
Okay.
It's that long.
Uh-huh.
So,
Where's
I mean,
Walmart?
she turned in here. He was parked here. But
Is
I mean,
Walmart over here?
yeah, but it was all these spots.
Oh,
So he
okay.
wasn't at the very end. He
But
was
he
kind of
was-
in the middle. But I mean, the next car was
several spots away.
10 spots up. I mean, he was at the, yeah. He parked way out of the way.
But I think from the sounds of it, I think my car got the worst damage. I didn't see nobody took pictures of his bumper. I never saw
It was a
his
truck. It
bumper.
was a steel bumper. So she peeled it back. He could drive home fine.
Yeah.
But she peeled it.
So he went, I sent him to Storks. I had office work to do. I had people I needed to call and book shows to book and school to do. And I knew she was fine. And so I sent Wes to Walmart to go get her and just be with her, check on her. And he got there and he had to go into Walmart and buy a toolkit so he could take the front bumper off my car so that they could drive home, because it was hitting the tire. There's no way she could have gotten home.
There's underliner. I don't know anything about cars, but there's underliner in the car, and where she tore everything and ripped it, all the underliner was sagging, and I had to unbolt all of that, and you couldn't do it with your hands.
So I went out to look at the car, and you see the grill or something.
It's
I don't
the
know.
grill.
And it just looks like my car is just cheesing. And I came inside chuckling, and I told Wes that. He goes, "Why are you laughing?" I said, "Wes, I either laugh or I cry. So I'm choosing to laugh. I don't know what to tell you."
But here's the thing. We only have one-way insurance on that car because it's an old beater car we only use for grocery shopping and running errands. Why have full coverage insurance? We know what we're doing unless we hit a deer. And if we hit a deer, it's our fault. We'll pay for it. We paid for Willow.
Yep. But it got fixed. It was cheaper to fix it. Luckily, it didn't get totaled. Nothing was structurally wrong.
Totaled? Well, yeah, it wasn't structurally wrong.
Right.
It probably totaled it. It probably totaled it.
Yeah, it was probably pretty close to the amount that the car is worth. But
I'm sure of it.
The car's a 2008.
So here's the other thing. Remember that show we said was a family show? It was in someone's house. We took 2 cars. Natalie, Lana, and Willow and the boys sat in the front yard and played. It was really close to a Bojangles in town, and Lana really likes Bojangles. She's really into like Raising Cane's and Bojangles lately, and we're like, all right, it's a Sunday afternoon.
Like 4 minutes from.
We skipped church today. We usually make omelets for them. Let's take the whole family out and take them to Bojangles. Well, Wes, do you want to get it to go? No, by the time we get home, it'll be all cold. Let's just go in and eat. So Natalie brings in a diaper bag. She brings in her purse. She brings in the boys, brings in iPads. It's 6 of us. We order all the food, sit down, eat. We watch videos. We laugh. We have a good time.
I'm exhausted as well. The boys have not been sleeping through the night at all. Like several times getting up in the middle of the night for weeks now. I have not had a full night's sleep. And then that weekend, we're getting up early every day.
We had 2 illusion shows, a close-up show, and that family event in that neighborhood.
Right. So at this point, I'm tired. I am looking forward to going home and just taking a nap during the boys' quiet time. I'm exhausted. I would just like to say that ahead of time.
So the boys halfway ate their food, so I had to go up and get a little to-go box.
They ate a ton of it. It's just
I had to go get a to-go box. So we're carrying out the to-go box or diaper bag. We got to get the boys together. One boy wanted to be on my shoulder, so I'm carrying the to-go bag and my soda, and the boy, Natalie, Lana, Willow, and the other little boy get everything else. We get in the car, get everybody loaded up. I have the animals in the car with me, and it's hot out that day. And he's
saying, "Hey, unlock my car," because he had locked his car and turned on the air.
But I had the window rolled down enough I could just get my arm in.
Yeah, and then, you don't need to unlock my car. And I'm unlock my car, and okay, give me a second. I'm buckling in a boy and putting stuff away. Okay, now I can go. I got it. Okay, you got it. Okay. And then we go home. Get home. I'm getting potties and diaper bags out of the trunk. Hey, Lana, hand me my butterfly bag, which is my little purse.
But wait, here's what I got going on. As soon as we get home, the animals have been out. I need to go put them away. I have earbuds in. I go to put the animals away and make sure that they're taken care of. And I come in the house, grab all my stuff, set it down, and Willow does this. Hey, Wes.
I can't find my butterfly bag. It's not in the car. And I'm going, I looked at Lana because I thought she was joking. I was like, Lana, come on. Please, I'm tired. I just want to go inside. Can you please hand me my butterfly bag so I can stick my keys in it and I can carry something else? Mom, seriously, it's not here. What?
She's using this as a purse at this point. It's a butterfly over the shoulder bag.
It's a tote bag, really.
Right.
But
It's not
I mean,
a purse.
I'm
right.
carrying everything in it. But it does have my wallet in it and my phone. And so now I start freaking out. I swear I saw the bag in the car. I swear I did. Maybe it wasn't after the restaurant. Maybe that was when we were leaving the show. At some point I saw my bag in the car. So I go in, I'm like, okay, I drop everybody inside. I asked Willow to take the shoes off the boys. I'm gonna go, like, I don't know, maybe got stuffed under a seat. There's no way, but that's what I'm hoping because I don't want to have to drive all the way back to Bojangles. So
Bojangles is 45, 50 minutes away from here.
Yeah. So I'm looking everywhere. It's not there. I even went to Wes's van and looked in his van. There's no chance.
I looked in my van.
In his van.
I looked in my van.
But I looked
without
anyway.
Yeah.
I looked anyway. It was not there. And now I'm yelling, Wes! And he's looking up the Bojangles number. And he calls them and they actually found it and it was in their office. I said, oh, thank you. I will be there as fast as I can.
Well, when I called her, she said, what is it? Butterfly bag, burst, kind of,
Yeah,
it's a bag.
She looked out in the dining area, it wasn't there. Looked out in the parking lot, it wasn't there. I'm like, pretty sure I would have realized if I ran it over. I'm like 95% sure I would have realized I ran it over.
She looked in the dining area and looked outside, and that's when I handed you the phone because I'm like, oh no, you take care of this.
And then she said, okay, let me just check and see if maybe somebody put it in the office. And somebody put it in the office. So I was like, oh, thank God. Well, I had, a couple bottled waters in there. Who cares? A nice, metal water bottle, but still, who cares? My wallet is what I was caring about and my phone. My wallet had my ID in it, my driver's license. It had my couple credit cards in it. It had all my health insurance cards for me and my kids. And it had $300 cash. And I'm going, oh, Lordy, please, dear God, let it all be there. So I take Willow with me because she has a license. And I figure if I get pulled over, at least somebody in the car has a license and I can explain what happened and they can just follow me to the restaurant and see I wasn't lying. But I didn't get pulled over. We make it all the way there and I'm going, please have all my stuff in there. They hand me the bag and I'm walking out. I'm like, oh, my phone's here. Here's my wallet. I open my wallet. Cash is gone.
Which is the best case scenario. It just sucks really bad.
Right. So all my cards were there, all my health insurance, credit cards, all that stuff was there, but my cash was gone. And I was saving that cash to go. I cross-stitched birth records for my boys, which has all their birth weight and information on it. And I was going to use that money to get both of them professionally framed and done nicely so they last forever for them. And it's gone. So I teared up a little bit, but then I told Wes, I said, well, maybe the person that took the $300 cash really needed it to be able to get their family food for, maybe they needed it. Maybe they really, really needed it. And that's all I can hope. That is my positive thinking, that they're using it in a good way.
I told Mr.
Because
Potato
they
Head.
left all of my cards. They left my phone. They just took the cash. So
I told Mr. Potato Head, my buddy, magician friend of mine, and he said, yep, that figures. Because that's not traceable. They won't get in trouble for that.
Yeah.
That's par for the course.
Yeah.
That's to be expected.
Yeah.
Because nobody carries cash anymore either. So they were like, there's no way there's cash in here. There's $300.
Yeah.
Nobody carries cash.
It had a specific purpose. But anyway. And it's not like I could go in and blame the workers. Like, hey, I need my $300 back. Because maybe it was a customer that picked up the bag in the store, saw a wallet, took the cash and said, hey, somebody left their bag and gave it to the workers.
Or that
very well could have been the workers. Who knows?
Over 2 hours later, that employee might be off now.
Right. And I'm thinking, so I had it right next to me. in the chair, and I know I picked it up because I remember putting it on my shoulder. But then you were having trouble getting Lex out of the high chair. His feet were getting stuck. So I think I might have put it down then and helped you with that. It was either then or you had put Lex on your shoulders and had picked up Julian, but Julian was wriggling. And so I might have put it down to pick up Julian. And then I never picked it up again.
See, in my imagination, you put it on the table to pick up Julian.
I was passing a table.
Yeah.
It was a higher table. I could have very well done that.
In my fog, I felt like you put it on the table for a second. But I turned around. I had a kid on my shoulder. I thought you picked it up.
But I had already put my sunglasses on my head, because if I didn't have sunglasses and I went outside, I would have noticed, because I would have been looking for them. And I had already taken my keys out of my bag. And I remember getting in the car and thinking, I'm going to plug in my phone and turn on music. And then I got, nah, because my air conditioner isn't working. So we were rolling the windows down. It's going to be too loud to hear music. I just leave it back there. So I didn't even check. I just assumed my bag was right there.
So that was a fun time. So between getting the car fixed and $300 cash, yeah, that was a fun run.
But anyway.
Yeah, there's a done.
Hopefully that cash truly blessed somebody.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I had to pay for Willow's mistake. Somebody's got to pay to get those pictures framed.
I'll pay for it.
That's going to be somebody's mistake. So listen, buy tickets to our show at Smoke and Mirrors and Green Mountain Station
Get
Dinner
my
Show.
kids' birth records framed.
Yeah, come see us. Come support us. Anyway, that's we went overtime again tonight.
Oh well, that's all right.
Thank you guys. We love doing this. I don't know if you guys can tell, but thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching. If you're having fun, please share this with a friend. Let people know that we exist. We don't put commercials on here. We just want to put this out there. So the only commercial we have is, hey, Patreon.
Yeah.
Support us on Patreon.
Yeah.
Check it out. Anything else you have left to say?
No.
The only thing we have left to say then is see you next week.
Check us out online at wesisley.com and patreon.com/Wes_Isley for behind-the-scenes videos, blooper videos, never-before-seen footage, discounts on merchandise, magic trick tutorials, and more. That's Wes Iseli, spelled Wesiseli.